Hi, welcome to Elementary Music with Donna. I am Donna Rhodenizer. I have written a song for my upper elementary school students called I Got a Letter. And I'm going to sing that for you, and then we are going to talk about many things that can be done with this singing game. I got a letter, oh yeah. I got a letter, oh yeah. What does the letter say? Read it to me right away. I got a letter, oh yeah. Tell me, what does it say? 1, 2, ready, go. So the melodic base of this song is a minor key, and you can isolate, or you can prepare to isolate low so and low la very easily, because all of the oh yeah 3 times, that's that low so and low la, la so la, sorry, low la and low so. And even if they haven't isolated and labeled those sounds, this is a great song to sing for a while, to put that tonality in their ear and have them internalize it before you start to extract those melodic elements. Rhythmically, this song has ti-ticka, ticka-ti, and ticka-ticka in it. Again, you can use the song to prepare those rhythmic elements without drawing attention to them. That's just part of the song that they're singing. But when it comes time to isolate those and label them, put a score in front of those students and have them read and see, is it ticka-ti or is it ticka-ti or is it is it ticka-ti or is it ti-ticka or is it ticka-ticka? And they should be able to see the difference between those elements, although it might be a little tough at the beginning. And so that's a good score study to put in front of them and work on those elements. If you are not even there yet, you're not ready to label anything, you're just in the preparing of that song, you can use the ending of it as a rhythmic activity as well. So when we got to that, tell me, what does it say? 1, 2, ready, go. The teacher can clap a rhythm, students can echo it. The teacher can clap it and have them say what that rhythm is, or the students can either say it and clap it as an echo. But if you do that, just remember that that's a tough thing to combine both speaking it and clapping it at the same time. You're doing 2 different functions. That may be a little tough, depending on the rhythms that you choose. So you can use this song preparing those upper level melodic and rhythmic elements, but you can be using more simple rhythmic elements that you're practicing and reinforcing from earlier lessons in the music room. If you have rhythm flashcards, this works really well in this setting. So as you get to the end of the song, you can have that, tell me, what does it say? 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, ticka, ticka, ti, 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 ta, ticka, ticka, ti, 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 ti. I like using flashcards when it's a whole group, because as the teacher, you can see the rhythm that they are seeing, and you can tell whether they're actually saying it correctly or not. And you can help give cues by keeping the pulse of the beat as they're going, and helps them keep on track. If you want to do this as an individual activity, you can have a beanbag or something that's passing around the circle. And when you get to that third, oh yeah, it stops. And whoever has the beanbag is going to be a solo reader of whatever rhythm is being shown. And then the class still sees it and still echoes, but then you have some individual contributions from your students as you go. And you can also change the lyrics in that tell me, what does it say, to put the name of a student in there. So, Donna, what does it say? 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, ticka, ticka, ti, 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 ta, ticka, ticka, ti, 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 ti. If you want to speed up the number of rhythm patterns that you include for each verse, you can do that just by repeating the final line of the song. So once they've read the first one and echoed it, just go back to the beginning of that first line and do that again, and flip to another rhythm pattern, and then flip to another rhythm pattern, as many as you want for each verse before you go back to the song. If you're doing that and they don't know how many you're going to do, and you get to the last one, so they've just read rest, ti, ti, whatever this is, upside down. Rest, ti, ti, ta, ta. 1, 2, sing again. I got a letter, oh yeah. So it keeps the song moving in the beat context. You don't stop it and start again, but they know when they're supposed to start singing. If you are doing rhythm flashcards and you want to go even more quickly than that, like 4 rhythms at the end, you can leave out the tell me what does it say part and just jump in at 1, 2, ready, go. So it would look like this. So the first one is tell me what does it say, 1, 2, ready, go. Ti 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 ta, ti 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 ta. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta ti 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 ta, ti 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 ti. 1, 2, ready, go. Ti 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 ta, ti 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 ta, ti ti, and so on. Did you notice? Yes, of course you did, that I flipped my cards over. Very often we write our beams on the top of our stick notation. Make sure they sometimes see it this way. It appears both ways in written printed music, and we want to prepare them for that when they get to see a piece of printed music. So make sure that those get flipped over sometimes. All right, so you have a song that you're just singing and adding flashcards at the end. You're doing some rhythm pattern work. You can put your own combination, whatever you're working on for rhythm patterns in there. Get the students to write some rhythm that they would like to include and put those in the flashcards. They love that ownership. Oh, look, there's the one that I put in there. I made that one up. And it's a great tool to prepare them and get them used to composing, manipulating what they know into different formations, and they love to do that. It's a great way to include them in the process. If you want to do some individual rhythm reading without using flashcards, you can write your rhythms on little slips of paper, put them in a basket or an envelope, and that basket gets passed around the circle. And again, it would stop on that third oh yeah, and give the student lots of time to pull out the slip of paper they're going to read. As a teacher, you might want to hover a little bit over their shoulder to see what they're reading. And you also want to avoid in all of these rhythm pattern reading contributions from your students that they're not just reading the elements. So you don't want them to go ti-ti, ticka-ticka, ti-ti, ticka-ticka. They obviously know how to label those rhythm elements, but that is not a rhythm pattern within the context of a beat. That's just sort of isolated rhythm element names. So make sure that it stays within the beats of the song that you've set up to do. And if a student needs some help, you might need to point for them or say, I'll say it with you, or some tools to help them to manage to get that corrected so that you're not reinforcing an incorrect rhythm pattern just because nobody else can see it. I also try to put 2 different levels in my basket or in an envelope by color coding them. So I have different colors of paper, and the students know this. I say if you want an easier one, take a yellow slip. If you want a harder one, take a blue slip. And then if they're not comfortable with a harder rhythm pattern, they can pull out what they are comfortable doing, and they will know that they have a good chance of success. We want that to be a positive experience for them, and eventually we can encourage them with the use of flashcards and with the group work to up their level of skills in those rhythm reading. But initially, if they're reading by themselves, that's kind of a scary thing, and you want to make sure that they've got some options. So you can do that. You can add more than 2 colors, of course, easy and middle and really hard, but the more colors you put in there, the more options you put in there, you might have kids going, whatever, and then by then it's too late. You want them to be able to pick something quickly, get it ready, and get ready to read so that it doesn't lose the momentum of the beat in that last part of the song. There is also a chance to add a bourdon to this song. Now, I don't usually use any kind of accompaniment with my singing games. It's about the singing for me, but this one sounds really very lovely with an open fifth, that D-A open fifth. A bourdon is just that repeated drone sound that's on the strong beats of the song. I am going to suggest you do it on every beat, but it's a bourdon type of accompaniment with this, and you would sing with that. I got a letter, oh yeah. I got a letter, oh yeah. What does a letter say? Read it to me right away. I got a letter, oh yeah. 1, 2, tell me what you got. 1, 2, ready, go. Oh, I think I did the end line wrong again. just do it the way it is on the music and not the way I just sang it. I think it's tell me what did you get, and then 1, 2, ready, go. I'm just using 2 individual tone bars. You can use bass tone bars, which would be lovely. Bass xylophone, hand bells, hand chimes. You could get somebody to play it on the piano. It's very simple. Just find the right 2 notes and get them to keep that as a steady pulse in the song. I would recommend that you stop that melodic accompaniment and have the teacher be sure you are singing for that 1, 2, ready, go, to set up a very distinct and precise beat for the students to fit their rhythm pattern into. As the students get better at these singing games, teachers should actually back off and not sing along with the students for the main body of the song if possible. But for that last line, I would jump back in and give them some support just to keep them on track and make sure they have a really good steady beat, because that's going to be important when they're putting their rhythm in there. I think that's all the things you can do with this song, but that's a lot. So depending on what you're doing. Now, you wouldn't do all of those in one class, of course, and if you're concentrating on melodic, stay there and concentrate on the melodic part. And if you're working on rhythmic, stay on the rhythmic. But it can go in both directions. You can talk about low la, low so. You can talk about minor tonality. You can talk about bordunes and add that in. You can talk about beat and the pulse. You can work on rhythmic elements such as ticka ticka tea ticka ticka tea. You can work on composing using those elements, and students create the rhythms that they want to put for their 4-beat rhythm pattern challenges for each other. And you can do some oral work where you are clapping and students are telling you what they're hearing, or they're just clapping it back and forth. So many, many, many things that you can do with this song. I wrote this song to use during Valentine's themed activities, but there is, of course, no mention of Valentine's in it. And so it can be used any time of year, which is wonderful, and not be limited to a short window of usefulness to you in your music classroom or vocal studio. Wherever you are, singing Valentine singing games or not, I hope you have a great day making music and make music a great part of your day.